Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the SoDiRT SMART Midget series. Welcome to JMS Broadcasting, J-Skins Media Solutions. Thank you very much for joining me for the SoDiRT SMART Midgets, brought to you by Pace Performance Coatings. I tell you what, Pace Performance put up a bunch of money for this, so if you get an opportunity, as we look at Ryan Pace sitting in the pits there, give him a big thank you. Also, Rosie's Raceland. Rosie's is Northwest Iowa's premier dirt track parts supplier. Visit the Rosie's Raceland Facebook page for your dirt track supply needs. 3 winners from Volusia and 3 winners from Eldora here in this series will get a Rosie's Raceland t-shirt provided by Jody Rosenboom. So that is Rosie's Raceland, so we appreciate what all that Rosie is doing here for the SoDiRT Midget Series. My name is KR Stolfus. Qualifying has gotten underway, ladies and gentlemen. We need to change that to the green flag. Here we go. We are looking at Chad Bevers. Wait. Gotta get the important part. Anytime you go to a dirt track, there it is. Very important to get that out of the way. Tom Beckett sitting on pole. Man, this guy won last week at Volusia. Here he is on pole again. Anthony Lopresto sitting in second. Beckett with a 13.918. Lopresto out there in second with a 13.954. Ray Farlow, the Sophia Satellite out of Sophia, North Carolina, Farlow Motorsports, TRD Pace Performance Coating. I'll tell you what, Ray Farlow's going to be one to watch. Ryan Pace out here, Pace Performance Coatings. He's part of the Farlow Motorsports team as well. A lot of drivers got out here before I could get a chance to talk about them. One driver we haven't got to talk about is Bruce Jones. Bruce Old Balls Jones, Sophia Falls, South Dakota, part of the Farlow Motorsports teams. Got Jones Constructions, Buffalo Wild Wings, and Dissolve Alloy on the side of this car here. This guy, he is the league admin, league owner here of the SoDiRT Midgets Tour. Good enough for 9th place right now. He is one of the only cars on track. We got 3 other cars. Brody Green in the 12 machine. Brody Green currently scored 18th place. As we say that, Bruce Jones jumps up into 4th. You can see the rundown there on the left. Beckett, Lepresto, Farlow, Jones, Sylvester, another Lepresto. Those are brothers, Anthony and John Lepresto. Brian Antonio sitting in 7th place. Stephen Hill in 8th. Ryan Pace, Ryan Union Buster Pace in 9th. Brandon Steele 10th. Chase Barber 11th. Austin O'Neill, the Kearney Rocket. You know what? That's a town in Missouri. That's my home state. That city is not far away from where I live. To this day, I have no idea how to pronounce it. But Austin O'Neill coming back again. Be watching for this kid. He's a young gun. He's going to do a lot of great things. He does a lot of racing here in my local tracks. I enjoy watching him. Got the opportunity to help him. So he's one of my favorites for tonight. He's sitting in 12th. Ryan Mueller 13th. David Flick 14th. We've seen David Flick with the JSRL Sprint Car Series. Flick has some talent behind the wheel. He's sitting in 14th. Chad Bevers is 15th. Kyle Atkinson 16th. Kenny Beckett. Kenny and Thomas, those guys are confirmed brothers. So Kenny's sitting in 17th. And Brody Green 18th, who we're watching turn some laps out here. So guys, this is going to be a great race. Hopefully my voice sticks with me throughout it. And we can have a good time. Brody Green here currently scored 18th. Only car on the track. We got about 2 minutes, 36 seconds left to qualifying. Got 19 cars registered, but only 18 have turned a lap time so far. Brian Schedite. I really need to get clarification on that last name. But Ryan has not turned the lap time yet. Ooh, Brody going end over end here. Somebody needs to tell iRacing that roll cages don't slide on dirt. They like to dig in. So there you go. No cars currently out on the track for qualifying. We have about a minute 45 left in it. Hopefully Ryan can get a lap time in. Any last minute drivers can get a lap time in. 19 cars registered so far. Last week we had a huge turnout. This week we're down to 19. Still a great turnout by many standards. So hopefully this will be a great race. And if you will, please bear with me for just a moment. All right, had to talk to race control, got confirmation. We got enough cars for 2 heats tonight, 10 laps for each heat race. Top 3 go straight to the A, everyone else to the B main. Everyone will make the show tonight. However, we got to figure out who that's going to be. And here we go. We're lining up for heat race number 1. Brian Antonio on pole. Will Sylvester front row outside. Ray Farlow. Thomas Beckett row 2. Ryan Pace. Chase Barber row 3. Ryan Mueller. Chad Beavers row 4. And Kenny Beckett and Ryan Shadite row 5. So here we go, guys. The field's starting to form up. There is your scoring tower. There is everyone that is in this field. The 46 machine, Brian Antonio on pole. On his outside, Will Sylvester in the 99. This is Rosie's Raceland Heat 1, being led by Brian J. Antonio. Brian, part of the ARDC Midget Series, making the jump over here to the Pace Performance Coating, the SoDiRT SMART Midgets, brought to you by Pace Performance Coating. Got a little ahead of myself there. Alright, lights are out on the Pace truck. Here we go. 10 laps. Heat race number 1. Pace truck pulling in. Antonio getting a great start. Ray Farlow following in his footsteps. Farlow to the inside. Antonio to the inside. Here we go, folks. This field is underway. Antonio with a great start. Multiple cars pacing to the inside, trying to sneak by Thomas Beckett, unable to do so. 3 wide, gonna make it work. Will Sylvester holding on to 3rd spot though, under heavy pressure from Tom Beckett. Beckett looking to the inside here, diving to the inside. Pace on his outside. Pace under pressure from Ryan Mueller in the 33. Meanwhile, up front, Antonio under heavy pressure from Farlow. Farlow working that inside line. The Sophia Satellite catfishing the bottom to the lead. Here he goes on a fresh-looking track. Now Antonio gonna try and do a crossover. Antonio unable to make it work on this time, but he's still underneath Farlow. Farlow on the outside here, needs a great run, but Antonio's gonna get it done. Put Antonio back to the front, but Farlow is not out of this yet. Farlow gonna try it to the inside. Meanwhile, that is allowing Tom Beckett to catch up to these guys. But what a great battle. Ooh, so close. Farlow having to get out of it just a little bit. Antonio doing a great job there defending that inside line. Inside line has lots of grip. Fast way around right now. It's where all your front runners are going. Meanwhile, checking in on Ryan Mueller in the 33 here. Chase Barber, Chad Beavers. These guys haven't decided where to run yet. Kenny Beckett as well in the 20 machine. Beckett a little bit of trouble coming off of turn 4 there, but Ray Farlow now getting a good run on Antonio. Farlow slide job. Antonio having to jump to the outside there. That's going to cost Antonio 2 spots. Farlow making it work there. But now Antonio has to deal with Tom Beckett. Tom Beckett currently to the inside. Antonio on his outside. Final lap. Oh, Beckett feeding some right rear. Now some right front. Beckett in big trouble. Beckett's going to go from transfer spot to out of it. Ray Farlow getting the checkered flag here. Your top 3, Ray Farlow, Antonio, and Will Sylvester. Thomas Beckett, Ryan Pace, Ryan Mueller, the rest of the field going on to the B main. All right, so now we're moving on to heat race number 2. 4 cars have been inverted in the heat races. So Stephen Hill, John Lopresto going to be your front row. Bruce Old Ball Jones And Anthony Lepresto gonna make up row 2. Row 3 is Brandon Steele, Austin O'Neill, the Kearney Rocket. David Flick, Kyle Atkinson, and Brody Green are gonna round out your second heat race. So again, 10 laps for this heat race. Top 3 transfer into the A, the rest to the B main. Tonight, everybody's gonna get to race. Nobody's going home. I think we have enough cars to have a decent field here. So heat race number 2. With this iRacing format, things are coming fast. They're coming hot and heavy at you, so be ready. Doing all I can to keep up. So Stephen Hill, front row in the 127 machine. John Lepresto, part of that UW Motorsports. So that team very dominant here in the dirt sprint car series. Now they're making the jump over to the midgets. John and Anthony Lepresto out there. Bruce Oldball Jones, part of the Farlow Motorsports, joining Ryan Pace and Ray Farlow.
Green, green, green.
We'll see what he's got as Stephen Hill gets a good jump over John Lepresto. And I muted the wrong thing. I meant to mute my microphone, muted the desktop, and I caught my cough. Kyle Atkinson in trouble here early in pit road, and Brody Green bringing up the rear here. But Stephen Hill still out front. John Lepresto holding on to second. Third place, Bruce Oldball Jones in the 17 machine. I'm sorry, he's fourth. The third place, 14th of Brandon Steele. Anthony Lepresto having a little bit of trouble here. Gathering it back up. So far, no yellows. Top 3 are going to transfer. We're on lap 5. And it looks like Anthony Lepresto, one of our quick qualifiers, going to pull in. He's going to have to go through the B main. Back up front, Stephen Hill. This has been all his race. He's led every lap so far. Got a little bit of a gap on second place of John Lepresto. But Bruce Oldball Jones now in third, working that high line. Meanwhile, Brandon Steele under pressure from the Kearney Rocket in the 11 machine. Austin O'Neill. These guys fighting for fourth and fifth place just outside of the transfer spot. That's currently held on by Bruce Jones. Bruce in the final transfer spot as we're getting ready for 2 laps to go. Stephen Hill, all his race so far, not a lot of a challenge for anyone around him, doing a steady, consistent lap time, coming around to take the white flag here. One more time around, top 3 transfer. That's Stephen Hill, John Lepresto, Bruce Jones. Those 3 going straight to the A main. Final time into this corner. Here we go, folks. Checkered flag in the air. Give it to Stephen Hill, John Lepresto, Bruce Jones moving on to the A main. 4th, Brandon Steele, Austin O'Neill, David Flick, 7th, Brody Green, Anthony Lepresto, 8th, and Kyle Atkinson, 9th. So top 3 moving on to the A main. Everyone else into the B. So here we go. Oh, no B main. Thought there was going to be a B, but it looks like it's jumping straight into the A main. Folks, with this beta setup, everyone's going to get a 2-lap warm-up or 2-minute warm-up. Sorry, I'm a little off of how this format is. It's new to everyone, new to me, so I'm doing my best to keep up with it. Ooh, Lepresto in trouble here. Still not happy with his car. So I'll tell you what, guys. Ryan Union Buster Base out there in this practice session currently scored 3rd quickest. Tom Beckett on quick time in this little practice session. We got just about 40 seconds left. So yeah, no B main tonight, just the A main. So a little 2-minute warm up here before the A main. Top 3, Ryan Pace, Chad Bevers, and Austin O'Neill. Those are your top 3 in this practice session. Final 5 seconds of it, and then we're going to start gridding for the A main. All right, that's going to do it, guys. Here we go. Let's get ready for it. There was an invert, 6-car invert in the A main. That's going to put Bruce Old Ball Jones out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota in the Jones Construction Buffalo Wild Wings Dissolve Alloy Machine. He's going to be your pole sitter. If I can get this talked out. Spit it out, KR. I will. Will Sylvester going to be front row outside. John Lepresto, Brian Antonio going to make up row 2. Stephen Hill and Ray Farlow, row 3. Thomas Beckett, Brandon Steele, row 4. Row 5, Ryan Pace, Austin O'Neill. Row 6, Ryan Mueller and David Flick. Chad Bevers and Brody Green in the 21 and 12. Kenny Beckett and Anthony Lepresto going to make up row 8. And the final row, Chase Barber and Kyle Atkinson. Those two bringing it up the road. We got a lot of racing to come your way. 30 laps. Looks like Chase Barber a little late to pull away here, but going to get rolling there. All right, 30 lap A main. Here we go, folks. And some big news on the iRacing side of things. 2 more dirt tracks have been announced. So I feel that our season here in the SoDiRT SMART Midgets, we've gone from 12 races to 15 now, with the iRacing officially announcing 2 new tracks to the dirt side of things. I cannot wait to see what's going to happen here. We are at Lanier Snow Bowl. No Gnats Night 1 underway. Bruce Jones getting a great start. Many cars. Oh, and Austin O'Neill in trouble. Brody Green blinking out. Yellow flag is out as we got one flipping. I believe that's the 14 machine of Brandon Steele. Gonna have to go and check a replay. There's the 14 machine. Lots of trouble in the back. The 14 gets into the wall, goes end over end, down the straightaway, into the corner. Then he's going to disappear. So that's that is not what the 14 wanted of Kenny Beckett. Ooh, and the pace truck saying, hey, here I am. All right, so caution comes out on the opening lap. Multiple cars having some contact there. Kenny Beckett taking himself out. But Bruce Old Balls Jones doing a great job. Got a great start. Holding on to the lead here for the Snow Bowl. No Gnats. Night 1. There's 2 nights of this. Here we go. Green flag in the air. Bruce getting another great start. Let's go on board with him. Bruce Jones your race leader get a chance to see. And the yellow's gone out once again. Brody Green in trouble as the field comes down on him. Brody Green flips it over there. These midgets get a little wheel happy. And that's exactly what happened to him. Just got some picking up the front end a little too much there. Alright, so here we go. We are on lap 7 of 30. Looking for a long green flag run here from the rest of the way out. Some great driving talent in this field. They would love to display what they can do. They got to have some green flag laps to do it. Here we go. Pace truck coming in. Bruce Old Ball Jones gets on it. Gets another great start. Pulling out way out in front. Ray Farlow, the Sophia Satellite. Heavy battle here. Antonio moving into second. Farlow into third. That's going to put Will Sylvester losing lots of ground. Sylvester still dropping spots. Sylvester, big time trouble, losing lots of ground. Went from second to seventh right there. Ray Farlow going end over end here. On his lid, back into the field. Going to collect a couple drivers. Another one flipping. The Sophia Satellite with a rare mistake here in the midgets. Watching the replay here. Picked up the left front, set it on the ground, and the car just rolled over when he set it on the ground. Soft-sided, slid through the dirt, got into a couple more cars. Can't quite tell who that other car is, but a very rare mistake by the Sophia Satellite, Ray Farlow, and the 72 machine, trying to keep it off the wall and keep going. He is going to lose a lap here. Farlow pulling into the pit road here. We got 3 cars on pit road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars on pit road here. Alright, so we got 13 cars on track right now. So Bruce Jones leading the field once again. Pace truck pulling off. Green flag in the air. Here we go. Oh, Antonio with the wheel stand. Antonio moving to the inside now. That was a great restart by the rest of the field. Bruce unable to snooker him this time. But now he's starting to open up a little bit of a gap. Ryan Union Buster Pace sitting in third. John LaPresto, part of that Union Workers United. Here he comes, trying to ruin Ryan Union Buster Pace. Wants a little bit of revenge for Ryan Pace earning that Union Buster name. Ryan Pace likes to spoil a UWU front running. But meanwhile, Bruce Jones, Farlow Motorsports, Pace, Farlow Motorsports. These guys are getting it done here, representing that team well. Brian Antonio doing a great job. Hasn't been in the midget for a while. Here he is, checking back into the midgets, running second here in the Snow Bowl No Gnats Night 1 at Lanier. We'll be back next week, Wednesday night, for Night 2. Lanier Snow Bowl No Gnats Night 2. So everyone mark it on your calendars for next week. But this race has been all Bruce Jones. We're logging some green flag laps. We're turning some great laps here at Lanier. These guys are starting to figure it out. They've settled down. Thomas Beckett, last week's winner, sitting in 6th place here. Anthony Lepresto, a quick qualifier, had some trouble. And we got one in trouble. It looks like Ryan Pace. Ryan Pace going end over end. Ryan Pace and the Farlow Motorsports team trying to make a move for 2nd place on the outside of Brian Antonio. Ooh, and Antonio took to the high side and just caught Pace a little off guard. Just a little bit of a roll by Pace. Looks like he's able to keep going. Looks like very minimal damage, but Pace has lost a lot of ground. Currently scored 13th. Went from battling for 2nd to 13th. Just that fast. So, coming into the final 5 laps of this race, Bruce Jones, Brian Antonio, John Lepresto, your top 3. Lights are out on the Pace truck. Here we go. Green flag in the air. Antonio trying to make a move. Bruce Jones having none of it. Jones got the setup. We got one in trouble here. Looks like everyone's still going. Anthony Lepresto trying to work through the field. Not having a lot of luck at it. Like I said, he was one of our fast qualifiers. Had a devastating heat race. Holding on to 8th place here in a battle with a big knot of cars. Austin O'Neill, the Kearney Rocket, holding on to the 11 machine there as we just about saw Lepresto try and exit the pits over the wall. But it has been all Bruce Jones. He has been our front runner. He has led every lap out here. He got that breath of fresh air. He wanted nobody in front of him. The only car that's been in front of him has been the Pace truck. Final lap. White flag in the air. Here we go, folks. This race is not over yet. Antonio trying to reel him in, but Bruce Jones just not having it. Final time out of turn 4. Your race winner, Bruce Jones, getting it done here in the Snow Bowl, No Gnats, Night 1 at Lanier Speedway. Brian Antonio bringing it home 2nd. John Lepresto 3rd. So bear with me as I try and pull these drivers in. And hold on one moment, folks.
Thank you.
All right, folks, we're back, and I have our top 2 finishers. Bruce Jones in the booth with me. Man, oh man, what a race you did here tonight for night 1 of the Snow Bowl No Gnats. Congratulations on your race win. Give us a little bit of rundown of what you did out there.
Hey, thanks, KR. It was thank God for inverts, I guess, huh? Having that second heat, 3rd place finish put you on the pole in the main, and it was lucky for me. It was.
Well, you got to start on the pole. You've led every lap. You got that breath of fresh air, and you never looked back. The only car that you ever saw in front of you was a Pace truck. And just a solid race. Do you think the invert was what saved you, or do you think your car was really one of the better cars out there, and this result would have happened either way?
Oh, those guys are a lot faster than I am. The Lepresto boys are quick. Ray, Farlow, Ryan, those guys are all fast. BJ, they're all quick. I think anybody can win out here on any night, but starting in the front sure that helps a lot.
All right, well, Bruce, I'll tell you what, congratulations on your race win. And is there anybody you'd like to thank? Sponsors, special thanks to Mom, say hello, any kind of stuff like that?
Yeah, you bet. Team Farlow, Ryan Pace, and Ray Farlow, and everybody there. Thank you, KR, for doing the broadcast for us. Wonderful job.
All right, that was your race winner, Bruce Jones. Bruce, congratulations once again on the race win, and we look forward to seeing you in Victory Lane a lot more.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, moving on to second place, Brian Antonio. Mr. Antonio, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what. You had a handful trying to keep up with Bruce Jones. And several times I thought maybe you were going to get him on the restart. Give us a little bit of rundown of what you saw out there and kind of thoughts and, just what was going through your mind this whole race.
I was anticipating the top to come in, but it started to come in towards the end, but it is just too late, and that's what my car is always set up for. I always like riding the top. I think I could have gotten on restarts if I didn't pop wheelies, because my left front was barely ever touching the ground. So, if I was able to control the wheelies, maybe I'd be able to get him, but he was more than certainly the faster car tonight.
Speaking of popping wheelies, we saw a couple of very fast drivers get in trouble from that. Tell us a little bit about these midgets and how they do like to wheelie and what you can do to combat that.
Oh yeah, it's the only thing you can really do to combat that is throttle control. There's not really a legitimate weight limit at special events like the Chili Bowl, and I don't really think there's a weight limit on iRacing. So, they're tough, and you gotta just feather the throttle on restarts. And I haven't ran midgets ever since ARDC the series ended, so it's been a while. So it's tough to get used to, but the car was good.
Well, man, I'll tell you what, we saw you in an epic battle with Ryan Pace, and it looks like you changed your line, caused him to have to check up a little bit, and it cost Ryan Pace, as these midgets are a little bit unstable. And were you able to feel that he was back there, and or were you just like searching for a line and it just happened to be that way?
Yeah, I was just searching for a line, and then he tapped me, and I got kind of loose. But I think right when he tapped me, I'll have to look back at the replay. I think right when he tapped me, his car just spun him right around, and he couldn't really control it. I just got a little loose, but on the other hand, he got the short end of the stick. I switched lanes, and he was there. We didn't touch until the entry of the corner. So it is a racing deal, but these cars are hard to control. They're wild, so.
All right, well, congratulations on second place. Thank you very much for talking with us. Is there anyone you would like to thank?
Oh, yeah, of course. You for the broadcast, and then Small Car Weekly, ARDC Racing, and Mikey Smith.
All right, well, congratulations, like I said, on second place. And we look forward to seeing you next week for the Snow Bowl No Gnats Night 2. Are you planning on being here for Night 2 next Wednesday night?
Yes, sir. I do plan on it.
All right, well, that's Brian Antonio, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
All right, thank you, Kara.
All right, guys, that was a hot, heavy, coming at you fast, coming at you quick, very intense racing here in the A Main. A little bit of a rough start, but once we got going, man, I'll tell you guys what, this was an insane race. I enjoyed every minute of it. I feel that this league has got a lot of potential, and if you guys will bear with it as we go through growing pains, make sure you check in with us on a weekly basis. Thank you very much for joining me. My name is KR Stolfus. This was brought to you by JMS Broadcasting. This was the SoDiRT SMART Midgets, brought to you by Pace Performance Coatings. And I'll tell you what, guys, I can't wait for night 2 here at Lanier. Absolutely insane night. Thank you very much for joining me. Hope everyone has a good time, and I will catch you all later.